Hello guys, today I'm going to replace headlights of Toyota Camry, and I'm going to replace current halogen headlights with this futuristic LED lights. The lights which I'm going to use is LED light from Auropola, and this particular project is now going to be the unboxing and review of these futuristic LED lights, and it's a DIY also, where we are going to remove the existing halogen bulbs and replace them with these LED lights. These particular lights are 300% brighter than the halogen lights, and they can lead the distance 5 feet ahead of the car. Very good in performance, and these lights have effective cooling, and because they have the miniature fan inside the lights, which can effectively work at 160 Fahrenheit temperature or lower. So with no further ado, let's open the box. But before opening the box, let me show you that what you are going to get inside the box. This is a four light set, and inside the box you are going to have the instruction manual, anti-static glows when you are going to replace these lights, and then double-sided tape in case if you have to fill up some or fill up the gap or something like that, right? So let's open the box and let me show you what exactly it is, and at the same time I'm going to cover that how much luminance this particular lights have, what is the lifespan of these lights, and so on. So very nice box, and inside the box, as I mentioned earlier, you have anti-static gloves while handling the for replacing the lights. Then some double-sided tape, the manual, and the actual lights. So there are 4 lights inside this box. As you see, these lights, these are the connectors which we are going to attach to the car power voltage, and this is very small cute looking light. Now what exactly this is, this is what I was mentioning, that this particular light are futuristic light, and they can operate at the temperature of 170 Fahrenheit or lower, but how these lights are dissipating the heat in long run, so that you are not going to have any problem at night time that the light burned out or something like that. So they have this fan here, and this fan runs at 12,000 RPM, and it dissipates the heat when these lights are running. The lifespan of this light is around 50,000 hours, and these lights are very brighter, and at the same time these lights are 70% energy saving lights, and the luminance of these lights is 14,000 luminance. That means they are going to be very bright white LED lights with the temperature of 6,000 K. As I mentioned, four lights, very nicely packed. The packing is really nice. Some manual. I'm going to open this manual to show you that what exactly inside the manual, and 4 lights, and it is not going to take more than 10-15 minutes to replace the existing light with existing halogen lights with this LED lights. So let's go towards the car and replace the light. This is the instruction manual which came with this bulb kit, and the instructions are pretty neat. It has a pre-installation notice it has a lighting test, means before installation they advise you to install test the light and make sure that nothing unusual shows up on the dashboard. Then what steps you have to perform for the installation, the pictures are there, and everything is in detail. So basically I would suggest go over these instructions prior installing these lights, even though it is going to be very simple thing, but I would suggest just go over the instructions and then start the installation process. Now once you open the hood, you have to locate the casing, the light casing. So let me show you. Here is the light casing, which is over here, and this is the halogen light which is inserted into this casing or attached to the casing. So now what we are going to do is we are going to remove this existing light by rotating this halogen light connector counterclockwise. So I'm not sure whether I can show you. Okay, here it is. So hold this connector, rotate it anti-clockwise like this, and you'll hear the click, and this entire light casing will come out just like this. Very easy. Connector is attached to the light casing is via this projected hooks, or it is basically click mechanism. If I show you, it goes in these grooves and it gets attached over here. Once the connector is out, now we have to detach this light from the connector. For that, so press this clip and remove the light. So just like this. So I'm pressing this clip, and as soon as I press this clip, this light will come out. So this is the light. Now the only thing what we have to do is attach the new light to this connector over here. Now let's first go and compare the old halogen light and the new light to get us familiarized with both the light casings. Okay, so this is the new LED light which we are going to replace with the old halogen light. So this is the old halogen light, and if you see the connector of this light, which gets connects to the connector of the light casing, they are exactly same. They have two pins and they are basically plug and play kind of thing. Now in addition to this, if you see the light, these lights have the same thing, right? The casing which will prevent water from going inside. So old light has this one, the red color one, and the new light has this green color one. In addition to that, to have a contact between the casing and the light, there are 3 projections on both the lights. So 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3. So I am hoping that it is going to be pretty straightforward. Just attach this to the connector and then install this light in the light casing. Okay, so now we are connecting the LED light to the connector. So as you see, I'm just and it gets clicked. So we have connected the light to the electrical connector. So first part is done. Now we have to attach this light to the inside the casing. So for that, just match these grooves. One of them is the bigger one, and as I mentioned earlier, this one is the larger one. So I'll just match those 3 things over here. like this and just rotate clockwise, and that's it, we are done. So pretty straightforward, just 5 minutes to detach and attach the lights. So I've replaced the one halogen light with the new LED light, and we are going to start the car to see that how it looks. Wow, and as you see, it is pretty bright compared to the see the difference. As you see, the right side is pretty bright compared to the left side. And let me replace the left side also, and then I will show you how exactly it looks. Okay, so same technique. So anti-clockwise, and just wiggle it to take out the light. Once the light is removed, press this knob to remove the light from the connector. I'm not sure how much you guys could see, but it is the same process we have to repeat. So you have to press this one and pull the light from this connector. So I'm going to do that one. Okay, and the light is out. Now let's take the new light. This is the new light. It's again plug and play. You will hear the click. That's it. Then match this grooves with the grooves. This goes here. Match the grooves like this and clockwise. That's it, you are done. Wow, so it's too bright, and this is lower and this is upper. So let me show you the same thing on the wall. So this is lower and this is upper. Okay. So on each side you have to replace two bulbs. One is low beam and one is high beam. So far we have replaced the low beam, that is this one, and the high beam is going to be just over here next to the low beam. So over here low beam, and this one is the high beam. So the technique is same. The way we have replaced the low beam, we have to do the same thing for the high beam. One thing only you have to remember is basically in the low beam, the grooves on the bulb casing are of different size, whereas the grooves on the high beam are exactly of the same size. So let me show you that. So I'm going to replace this high beam anti-clockwise, and once you rotate it anti-clockwise, you have to just pull the light, and this is the light, and then you have to click this one to disengage the light from the connector. So this is the high beam light, and as you see, the high beam light connectors are a little apart compared to the low beam, and that's the difference between the low beam light and the high beam light. So let me show you the new bulb, and this is exactly same as the high beam light, and the grooves which I was referring earlier to attach the light to the casing, they are of the same size. So let's connect this one, and then we can just switch on the lights to see that how it looks. Okay, so this is low beam, and let me show you on the wall. This is low beam, and now with 4 lights, high beam, pretty bright, and this is high beam. Just you have to remember one thing is that when you are connecting the lights, match the positive and negative terminal correctly. And as you see, the lights are pretty bright.